So I'm going to be 55 years old next week, folks. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You know what they say, 30's the new 20. Turns out that 50 is the new F word. And you start thinking about things you didn't think about when you're in your 20s. You think about death and how you're gonna die. Anyone think about that? Oh my God, that'll keep you up at night. I wanna die like my grandfather, because my grandfather just fell asleep and didn't wake up. Not screaming and yelling like the passengers in his car at the time. And then I heard about this woman. She was in a coma for 30 years and she woke up. Could you imagine? I told my husband, I said, if I ever slip into a coma, no matter what, don't take me off of Botox. Serious. And I want my roots done every 6 weeks. Can we make this clear? Some maintenance involved, right, ladies? Guys don't understand what we have to go through. They don't know. What does a guy have to do to look good? He just needs to wake up in the morning and have money. Really. That hairy back and that pot belly look good when they got the bucks. Women have to spend it. And the older we get, the more we have to spend. Do I hear an amen? Do I hear an amen? Amen. I've had plastic surgery, Botox. I recently had my lips done. Although you can't tell because I'm wearing pants. No, really, if I smile, I get a camel toe.
I'm feeling so good, you know why? Because I don't have any kids. Anybody else don't have kids? Type of, yes. Clap it up for them abortions, because you know what? Sometimes you gotta go 350 on your future, that's all I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta make a decision. I'm glad I don't have kids, and all my friends are having kids, but my friends are ghetto. And I know we white in here, but white people, you ever heard or been to a ghetto baby shower? It's something like you've never seen before. It's unbelievable, I swear to God. You know it's a ghetto baby shower because it's an open bar and the chick that's pregnant is drinking. You know what I'm talking about. It's horrible. She got a whole gallon of Hennessy. Do you? It's free. They playing all kind of ghetto games like pin the baby on the daddy is different. It's 11 names on the wall. All of them could be the father. It's horrible. I'm at my friend's shower a couple of weeks ago. I didn't even know it was ghetto. They had me fooled. We having a nice time. Till they wheeled out a 50-inch flat screen TV. 50 inches! I flipped out. I was like, you bought this for a baby? Are you serious? We're in a basement. You bought a 50-inch? They like, calm down. That's not for the baby, dummy. That's for the daddy. I was like, for the daddy? Right, I see your face. Y'all, they turned the lights out. The daddy showed up via satellite. His ass in jail. I was like, how you get Skyped into the shower? Is Oprah behind this? Who's doing this? He showed up like the artist that couldn't be there to get his award or something. It was a trip. I want to thank everybody for supporting us right now. Love New York, man. I love New York. There's a lot of crazy stuff happens in New York. I'm originally from Michigan, Midwest in the house. Yeah, Flint, Michigan. Watch the claps go down. You see what I did? Flint, Michigan, murder capital of the U.S. 5 years in a row. Did y'all know that? Yeah. Look, one of them murderers back there. She's like, woo, that was me. 5 years in a row. Let me tell you something. People in Michigan thought it was a good thing. I would get phone calls, excited People calling me excited because we the murder capital of the U.S. They like you watching the news? I told you we number one. We not playing out here. I'm on the phone like, Grandma, calm down. What are you doing?
So, I turned 31 recently, and I guess I don't look my age because I got a lot of younger guys coming up to me. This guy came up to me, I knew he was way too young for me. I was like, how old are you? He said, I'm 21. I was like, I'm 10 years older than you. He was like, well, how old is that? I'm like, if you can't figure that out, we're done here. I don't even try anymore. I have a kid. I'm not trying to impress any guys. Like, I don't shave it. You see this up here? It's the same situation down here. There's so much hair blocking this area. It's like censorship. You can't see anything. It's not like I can go on a date even if I meet a guy I like, because the kid is always there. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I just end up talking on the phone all night. One time it led to phone sex. It was really awkward because she was in the next room sleeping. I was like, we gotta be quiet because I don't want to wake up the baby. And the guy was like, okay, well, just give me a phone sex BJ. I don't even know. What is the sound effect for a phone sex BJ? I don't know what to do. I tried. I was like, Do you like that? These are your balls. And I swear, a few seconds later, she came in from the next room and she's like, she's always there. I don't know about dating. I've been looking at these pathetic dating services. Have you seen this dating on demand on Comcast? Remote controlled dating. Have you seen this? I saw a clip of this one lady. Her clip came on. She was like, he should date me because I'm fun and I ain't all that ugly. How honest is that? It was beautiful. She had like this cup is half full spirit about her. She was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm ugly, but I ain't all that ugly. like I wish I could be that honest in my clip and I would find the perfect man for me. My clip would come on, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna level with you. I'm gonna cheat on you. But I ain't all that gonna cheat on you. Like, I'm not gonna get pregnant, because I'm pregnant now. But I ain't all that pregnant. I hate dating. The worst is, after a date, when the guy calls you, the awkward call when you realize that you're never gonna fall in love with the guy, and he still thinks you're gonna see him again. It's like one of those war movies, like the battle scene, where your army buddy, he just got shot and he's bleeding profusely and he looks up at you and he's like, maybe tomorrow I could take you to some nice Italian restaurant? We could go dancing? And you're like, sure, Johnny, sure. It's gonna be beautiful. Just like old times. Because you don't wanna lie to him, right? But when I press the end call button, I like to press it with 2 fingers like I'm closing his 2 dead eyes. Aww. We're not gonna make it. But I'll tell your kids you love them. And I'm attracted to the wrong kind of guy too. Like I like really thuggish guys. I just like them to be intelligent, which is hard to find because they all talk the same. It's hard to tell them apart. This one guy came up to me on the street one time and he was like, what's up, Ma? You got a big booty. Can I push up on it? He went from urban to jazz. He was like, I was like offended. I said, why are you talking to me like that? He was like, I was just using the proper street vernacular that's common amongst ruffians of my stature. Oh. Well, when you put it like that, I met the other type, but he was dumb. I couldn't tell until I asked him too many questions. I said, what do you do? He says, not what I do, it's what I get done. I'm like, oh. Huh, why are you being so mysterious? What are you, Batman? And then I complimented him. That was the mistake, because I was like, well, you look very young for your age. He said, yeah, it's because the clothes I wear. They euthanized me. I wish they would right now. I wish they would just... I don't know. I just don't have time anymore. I have a kid. She's 4. I'm dealing with preschool. I got her into preschool for the first time. Like, it It was so nerve-wracking. I was nervous when I was filling out the application. The guy was looking it over, and he was like, A-S-H-A, that's a pretty name. And then he tried to call her over. He's like, Asha, you have a pretty name, but she just ignored him in the corner. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just that you're pronouncing it wrong. It's pronounced, Asha! The last part is silent. That's why she didn't come. She had only been in preschool for 3 weeks, and she told me a little boy tried to kiss her. I was furious. Like, nobody kisses you. This is what you do. If a little boy tries to kiss you, you say no. Then you tell mommy, and I'll take care of it. She said, okay, mommy. I said, so what do you do? If a little boy tries to kiss you, she's like, I say no. I said, and then what do you do? She's like, yes. I was like, well, you're just like your mom. That's how you got here. We live in Jersey City. I have a roommate. It's awful. It's awful having a roommate and a kid, because all we do is argue about how I'm raising my daughter with my roommate. It's awful. She's like, but Calise, when you say you don't argue with your roommate, does that mean I don't have a place to live? I'm like, no, as long as my life sucks, you have a home. I found her on Craigslist. She's this French Nigerian chick. When she first moved in, I was nervous, because she showed up with the money for everything. I was like, what is this, a reverse Nigerian scam? I mean, I've got the money, but I'm still not comfortable. And then she just comes to my shows, and she realized I was talking about her. So when we got home, she was like, Calise, I have a joke. And then she just says the most racist stuff. She's like, black women, their children run around crazy. But white women, their children, they sit and they behave themselves. I was like, first of all, you're just talking about me. I get your little joke. I get it. I have to take the PATH train to Jersey. And on the PATH train, if you have to get on the PATH train after midnight, you'll see a lot of big black trannies and drunk white girls. One time I saw this girl, she was so drunk that she was being protective of the tranny. It wasn't even her tranny. This guy was standing behind the tranny. She was like, excuse me, are you okay with him standing that close to you? And the tranny's like, yeah, it's okay. He's with me. Because that's how trannies talk. He said, he is with me. Trannies talk like they have a sinus infection. Like if they could just clear up their sinuses, they might not even be gay. If somebody could have been tissue, I would blow my nose and I would stop blowing men. I don't enjoy this. I'm stuffy. I make fun of them because I'm jealous. Because they walk around New York, they're so comfortable with their femininity, and I'm not comfortable. And they're ugly women because they're men. I don't care if they want to dress like women, go ahead, put on a bra, paint your fingernails, but stay at home and cry into your pillow, because that's what ugly women do. I want to dress like a tranny. That's what I want to do. And when I get on the train, in order to trick everybody, all I have to do is say something that a woman would never say. When I get on the train, I just say something like, excuse me, so anybody got a seat for a lady? And then I'll feel beautiful.
So I'm thinking about having a baby. Yeah. I'm actually 8 months pregnant. I'm in that. Thank you. I'm in that stage where I'm like, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Oh no. But what's getting me through is that now I can do a really fun party trick, right? You know how people can do, the weird things with their tongues and wiggle their ears. I can now stick my nipple in my belly button. So that's super exciting. My friends were not great when I told them the news because they're all in their 20s, so this is quite shocking to them. At the beginning, when I found out I was pregnant, there was a small scare I was having twins. I decided to tell my best friend this. She looked at me and goes, oh my God, let's hope they're not conjoined. I'm like, yeah, that would be terrible. She goes, I know, because where would you shop? There's no like conjoined baby gap. I'm like, right, yeah. And all the hard decisions you would have to make? She goes, you're so right. Like when you go to the movies, do you buy them one ticket or two? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Obviously one. I think I'm missing that mom gene though, you know, that you're supposed to have, where no matter what the kid does, it's so darn cute, you know? I'm completely missing this gene, because I was over at my cousin's house the other day. She's a 3-year-old. I went up to the 3-year-old, I said, okay, hey kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? Right, the 3-year-old looks at me, she goes, a raccoon. My cousin starts freaking out. She's like, oh my God, you're so cute. You are just so cute. You are so cute. Oh my God, that is so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. Isn't that so cute? I'm like, no. It's freaking retarded. My mom's a good mom. She was a good mom growing up. She does one of these things though that really drives me crazy. She half listens to a story and then asks a really stupid question when the story's over. Right? I hate these people. Yeah, so I told her this thing that happened in my neighborhood the other day. Boyfriend, girlfriend got into a fight. Boyfriend ended up taking a knife, decapitating his girlfriend. It's terrible. My mom looks at me, she goes, oh my God, that's horrible. Is she gonna be okay? I'm like, yeah, Ma, she's just feeling a little lightheaded. Families are fun, aren't they? My grandmother, who has Alzheimer's, actually recently moved in with my parents. And somebody asked me the other day, they're like, what is it like living with somebody who has Alzheimer's? I'm like, it's like living with Snooki from the Jersey Shore. Exactly. And I'll tell you, it was my grandmother just turned 90, it was her 90th birthday. We took her out to eat, and we took her to this really small, cute little restaurant. And my mom asked my grandmother, she goes, is there anything else you'd like for your new room? My grandmother said that she wanted shutters so that nobody could see in, right? My mom was explaining, like, no one's looking in your window. And on the top of her lungs, my grandmother shouts, well, I don't want them to see my tits, George. What? And I don't know if I was more disturbed that my 90-year-old grandmother used the word tits, or that she called my mother George. I've been watching a lot of reality TV lately. I love reality TV, because let's face it, it makes me feel better about myself. You know, and the one that I've really gotten into is the I didn't know I was pregnant. Right, that one it's amazing. Amazing. These women, 9 months pregnant, I'll help with the visual here. 9 months pregnant, no clue. No clue. Absolutely, they're like, it must be gas. Yeah. It's just gas. Oh my God, honey, come here. Come here. Look, this gas bubble looks like a baby's foot. We gotta stop eating at Popeyes. This is crazy. Right? I was watching one the other day. It was awesome. This woman's explaining her like harrowing experience, you know? She's like, oh my God, I had all these pains. So I went to the doctor. The doctor cut off my pants, and there was a baby in my pants. I'm like, what? Right? And then I started getting really jealous of her, you know? Because the most I've ever found in my pants, $5. That's it. I watched that other show, Snapped. That one's great, right? Women who go crazy and then end up like stabbing their husbands to death. You know? I watched like 12 hours of this the other day. You know, my husband comes in, he's like, why are you watching this crap? I'm like, hello, research. Right? But I watch it because seriously, it makes you feel so much better about yourself because it doesn't matter what you do, right? It doesn't matter what, you can go out, drink 37 beers, kill a puppy, have sex with a lawn gnome. You come home, right? You turn on a show called My Strange Addiction where you watch a woman who eats toilet paper for breakfast. You're like, now that is messed up. And I also like the internet. I go on the internet a lot. I did this thing the other day where I submitted my picture to this website, and it came back, and it's supposed to tell you what celebrity you most closely resemble, right? I do this the other day, submit my picture, comes back, I most closely resemble Forrest Whitaker. I'm like, obviously something's wrong with the program. So I turned to my husband, I'm like, look, honey, it came back, I look like Forrest Whitaker. Do I look like Forrest Whitaker? He looks at me and goes, well, what picture did you submit? I'm like, the one where I look like a fat black man with a lazy eye. That was the picture I used. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree with my husband and my mother-in-law. Now that I'm pregnant, she's obsessed with, for some reason, when I'm having the next child. I'm like, let's see how much we like this one first, right? But I told her the other day, I said, if we're gonna have another kid, we're thinking of adopting, and we're thinking of adopting a baby from Africa, right? And she looks at me, she goes, oh my God, he might be black. I'm like, yeah, that's usually how Africa works. We're not adopting the one white Jewish kid here. We're not bringing home Shlomo Finkelstein, right? And then if it couldn't get any worse, she looks at me and she goes, well, he's not gonna look anything like you. I'm like, actually, if he's fat, black, and has a lazy eye, he's gonna look exactly like me. So there. You guys have been awesome. I'm Lexi Cullen-Baker. Have a great night.